All right. So the other day, the message was God said it's already done. So if we know that God already said it's done, so today's message is God said while you wait, take courage. So there'll be times in life, that we're waiting on God to move. We know when we pray for things, so we have to wait. We have to wait with courage. Because there are times that we're going to need that courage. While we wait. Psalms 27:14. Wait patiently for the Lord. Be brave and courageous. Yes, wait patiently for the Lord. So whatever you may be waiting for God on, sometimes we put an application for a job and we wait on God. Sometimes we try to get into college. You're waiting on an acceptance letter or approval letter, or you kind of go ahead and you try to look at getting a new vehicle, and they were like, all right, we got to do some numbers or something like that, or whatever the case may be. Or somebody may be waiting to get into grad school, or you waiting for God to work on your marriage, or whatever the case may be. God already said it's done. 1 Samuel 30:6. So in this, David had been greatly distressed and the stuff that he was hearing, but at the end of the verse it says that David strengthened himself in the Lord, or encouraged himself in the Lord his God. Psalm 25:3. Indeed, none of those who wait for you will be ashamed. Those who deal treacherously without cause will be ashamed. So we know that there's a blessing in the waiting. A lot of people say there's a blessing in the pressing. So when you're pressing, if you wait for God, he has a promise for you. So Psalms 37:34. Wait for the Lord and keep his way, and he will exalt you to inherit the land. Which land? The land that God is going to give you, whether that's a new promotion in your job, whether that's peace in your house, whether that's peace with your children, or whatever the case may be, whatever your situation is. When the wicked are cut off, you will see it. That's Psalm 37:34, reading the rest of it. Psalms 41:40. I waited patiently for the Lord, and he inclined to me and heard my cry. So when incline means, so imagine, so no matter where you're at, God can hear you. But when you wait patiently, that means God will kind of come closer to hear you. And it's just awesome just to even think about that he would do that. I mean, he can obviously hear you from wherever he's at, but if he inclined and God is moving to hear you while others are talking to God at the same time, that's just awesome to me. That's just mind blowing. Psalm 62:5. My soul wait in silence for God only, for my hope is from him. Psalm 130:5. I wait for the Lord, my soul does wait, and in his word I do hope. Proverbs 20:22. Do not say I'll repay evil. Wait for the Lord and he will save you. So even when somebody does you wrong or people do evil against you, no matter where it's at, no matter in life, God said, wait, I'll take care of it. A lot of times, when things happen in life, we kind of want to, go an eye for an eye or a tooth for a tooth. And God is saying, don't worry about it. I'll take care of it. Wait for God. The world calls it karma, but we know the way God says it is, you reap evil, you sow evil, so whatever happens when people do wrong, it'll definitely come back to them. Isaiah 40:30. So here's another promise. But they who wait for the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings like eagles. They shall run and not be weary. They shall walk and not faint. So there's going to be times in life we have to wait for the Lord, no matter what we're doing, even when you're going to school, you have to wait to the test results. That's why we sit and we study and we do what we have to do. But in that waiting, a lot of times, we are not taught, how to live while we wait. Some people are looking for a financial blessing. You may be in debt right now and you're like, I'm waiting for God to take care of this. You said it's already done. I mean, what do you do when you wait? You have to condition yourself spiritually while you wait. Just like an athlete that trains for like the Olympics that we're seeing, they train vigorously, 4 years so they can go up against the top athletes in the world. So, that's something what we have to do. And I'm pretty sure that they train every day. Now, if we train spiritually, we'll be able to wait longer for God. Not only that, we'll be able to enjoy our wait while we wait for God. And what I learned is that when I train spiritually every day, while I wait for God, it can be joyous. I was telling a lady today about a situation I was dealing with, And she was just like, you just seem so enthusiastic. And I just was like, I understand. I know how to encourage myself. You know, we always say everything happened for a reason. But if we already know that it's already taken care of, God already said it's already done, all I got to do is wait on the God. And while I wait, all I got to do is continue training. So I'm continue training because, you know, when you go through tests, you know, it's always open book, you know, and open book test is I read the scriptures and it comes to my life. So just definitely want to let you know, God said, while you wait, take courage. You know, it's already done. God bless.